Hi everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you a reading vlog. Hi guys, it is 5:34 p.m. on Thursday the 17th of January. Welcome to a new reading vlog in which I'm still complaining about the heat. It's still really hot here today, but we have cooler temperatures tomorrow. Although only for like 3 days, and then it starts to build back up to really hot again, and then by mid next week it's already back to like over 40 degrees. So so I've got boxing tonight. Just got home from work, nothing exciting to report. Boxing tonight. I also have to edit most of this vlog, not this vlog, of the previous vlog. I want to get it as edited as possible tonight because it needs to be uploaded tomorrow. And I don't want to be, like, I won't get it up tomorrow if I don't edit it as much as possible tonight. So I'm not sure how much reading I'll get done, because as soon as I get home from boxing, I've still got to like have dinner, shower, and edit that vlog. So onto the reading update though. So I am reading still Blood for Blood by Ryan Growden. I'd mentioned in the last clip of the last vlog that I'd wanted to get halfway through this yesterday. I was almost successful. I got to 49%. I'm calling it a win. So just in case you don't know, this is the second book in the duology. It's the sequel to Wolf by Wolf, which is a YA alternate history it's a history where Hitler and Germany won the war. We follow a main character who is a skin shifter. She can change her appearance. It has limitations on it, but she can change her appearance, and she is entering a motorcycle race in which the victor gets to meet Hitler so that she can kill Hitler. That is the premise of the original book, of the first book. I really enjoyed the first book. I gave it 4 stars. This is the sequel. So last night I made it almost halfway through, and then today I read exactly 100 pages, which is just a nice round number that I'm really happy with. So I'm on page 338, so I'm like that far of the way through, so I've only got this part left to go. It is an almost 500 page book, so I've got like 150 pages, just under 150 pages to go. So I don't think I won't get this done tonight. There's no way I'm going to get 150 pages read tonight, but I'll probably make really decent progress on it, that I'll end up having to take this, and I'll have to take my next read probably with me to work, because I'm getting a lot read on the bus at the moment. So I'll have to take another book with me, because I'll definitely get this finished tomorrow. So I need to have a backup just in case. So yeah, that's the update. I haven't been listening to any audiobooks. I listened to a couple of audiobooks earlier in the week in the last vlog. And now I've just been listening to podcasts today, and I'll listen to podcasts tomorrow, and then hopefully by Monday next week a new audiobook has come in for me to listen to. So I think that's it. Not too long of a clip today because I don't have anything exciting going on, and I haven't finished any books to give you my final thoughts on. I am really enjoying this though. I'm very into the like romancy part of this, which is very understated and very like slow burn. So I'm really enjoying that part of things, but I'm just really enjoying the story in general. Really excited to, you know, find out where this ends. So hopefully by the time I talk to you guys tomorrow, I'll have finished that and we'll be able to talk to you guys about it. So that's it. I'm going to go, because how long do I have? I literally only have like 10 minutes before I need to get ready for boxing. So I will talk to you guys when I get home from work tomorrow. Friday tomorrow, you guys. Woohoo! Bye. Hi guys, it is 6:23 p.m. on Friday the 18th of January. I have been home from work for a while, just been, you know, chillaxing for my Friday evening, because everybody knows we love Fridays. Please ignore my hair. I know it looks like trash. It was a purposeful decision not to wash my hair because I have a hair appointment tomorrow morning. Other weekend plans, I don't really have any. My sister is coming around tonight to watch the tennis. There are 2 Australians playing tonight, so we're going to watch that. And then if it finishes early enough, we may watch some Buffy/Angel, but it depends how late the tennis goes. Yeah, and then I've got my hair appointment tomorrow. That's pretty much my only plans. So a quiet weekend of hopefully a lot of relaxing and a lot of shit done around the house. That's the plan. So on to a reading update. So let me reach for it because I left it all the way over this part of the couch. I finished on the bus, well, no, on the walk from the bus, and I was crying. So that means I've literally twice this week, if you watched the last vlog, then you know that earlier this week I was crying walking home listening to The End of Wonder by R.J. Palacio. And today I was walking home crying reading The End of Blood for Blood by Ryan Groudon. So I think my people who live on my street probably think I'm the most giant weirdo of all time. At least this time they could see I was reading. The last time with Wonder by R.J. Palacio, I was listening to the audiobook, so I was just literally walking down the street with headphones in, crying to myself. Although, is it weirder to be seen reading a book and crying to yourself as you walk down the street? I don't know. Anyway, I really liked this. I thought this was an amazing ending to the duology. I enjoyed this even more than the first book. I thought it was very emotional. I was very connected to all of the characters. The author wasn't afraid to go there and make hard decisions, which I appreciate because it is a story about war. Yes, technically the war's over and like Hitler has won, but this is a story about war. And, you know, a lot of times the author wants it to be all happy, happy, happy when they're writing a story about war, and it's just so unrealistic. And Ryan Groudon was not afraid to like really go dark with it, and I really appreciated that. I really enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was a very, very good single. I, like I said, even one, I'm giving this 4.5 stars. Highly recommend this duology. Definitely worth checking out. Very much enjoyed. I haven't read anything else since then. Yeah, so not a lot else to report. I'll probably start a new book. My sister will be around soon, so probably won't get a heap read tonight, but I'll definitely start my next book before I go to bed. So I cut off right as you're signing off. So rude. So I don't even know what I was saying because it took me a really long time to delete all that footage. By a really long time, I mean like 2 minutes. I will talk to you guys. I think I was saying maybe from the car. I don't think I have anything to pick up or return to the library tomorrow. So I'm not sure where I'll check in from tomorrow, but I will. So I will talk to you guys then. Bye, guys. Hi, everyone. It is 3:47 p.m. on Saturday, the 19th of January. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. So today, I went for coffee with my parents, went and had my hair done. I had some lighter pieces put into the blonde so that I've got a bit of variance in the blonde color now, which I'm actually really liking. So happy with that. I then came home, went for my hair appointment, did some grocery shopping, came home, and then since I came home, I've basically been updating my reading spreadsheet and all of that, and then I just got done filming 3 videos. I don't have anything else going on tonight, although I'll get to that in a second. So tonight I don't really have anything going on. I'm just basically, I think I'm going to treat myself to some Uber Eats, watch some tennis. There's an Australian playing tonight, so I'll be watching that, get some Uber Eats, just have a chillaxed good time. My dad has asked me to come around tonight / tomorrow morning to watch Arsenal play. Arsenal are playing against Chelsea, and it's on at 4 a.m. So I definitely won't be staying up for that. I'll go to bed, and then I'll have to set an alarm for like 3:30 or whatever. My parents live like 2 minutes, but I think there'll be a couple of snoozes in there to be able to get out at 4 o'clock, sorry. Go around, watch that. I will probably get home at like 6 o'clock. I then probably will go back to sleep for a couple of hours because, like, legit, who's getting up at 4 a.m.? Not me. Well, I am, but I'm going to go back to sleep most likely. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go back to sleep. And then I don't have anything else going on tomorrow either. And then I've got dinner at my parents' place tomorrow night. That is about it, I think, for weekend plans. So hopefully tomorrow I'll just be watching tennis, maybe watch a movie or two, read, watch BookTube, all of that good stuff. So on to the reading update. I don't have a lot to report since I spoke to you guys last time. So I finished Blood for Blood yesterday, like I mentioned. I then last night before I went to bed picked up Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. This is the next Hercule Poirot book that I need to read. I think it's like book 17. And I read 24 pages and I haven't read anything else today. Like I said, I've been doing stuff basically all day, filming, etc. I'm going to spend parts of tonight and tomorrow editing, hopefully to get everything edited that needs to go up next week. I haven't missed a single upload so far this month, and I've posted, I think, like 9 videos already this month with like another 6 or something still to come. So I'm happy with that. So I want to get all of those edited so that I don't have much to do during the week, because I do have I've got stuff going on every night this week as usual. Knitting group on Monday, boxing on Tuesday. I've actually got a laser hair removal appointment on Wednesday. I finally decided to get laser hair removal on my underarms, which I'm really excited about. And if it works, then I'll definitely get my legs done. Legs are really expensive, and there's a special going on underarms. This is like, you guys probably don't care about that at all, but it's something that I'm doing. Although I don't expect to get home very late from that. That appointment is at 5:30. It's at the plaza, which is near that big interchange for the buses. So I'll be driving to the park and ride, which is at the plaza, and then I'll be driving home, and the appointment's at 5:30, and she said that the consultation would take 10 minutes, and then the actual appointment would take 5. So I potentially will be home by like 6:30, and then I'll have that whole rest of that evening free. Thursday I've got boxing, and then Friday heading into the weekend. I'm also planning to spend as many of my Friday nights as I can with my sister before they leave, before she moves away. So, yeah. Oh, actually, no, that's not this Friday. Next Friday. Anyway, you guys don't care. That'll be separate vlogs. Whatever. A lot going on for the weekend and next week. So I want to get everything edited was basically the point, so that I don't have to stress about it during the week. So, yeah, I think that's really it. Don't have a lot of reading. Hopefully I'll get a lot. This is obviously really easy reading. The Agatha Christie books are always really easy to read. It's only like 360 pages, but really easy 360 pages. So hopefully over tonight and tomorrow I make a lot of progress in this. But that's about all I have to report. I will check in with you guys at some point during the day tomorrow, probably before I head to my parents' place for dinner. And yeah, that's really it. I'm going to go now so I can start editing on these videos. But I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is 5:26 p.m. on Sunday, the 20th of January. I need to film this clip real quick because I'm real late to head round to my parents' place for dinner. So I really haven't been doing a lot of reading over the past, like since I spoke to you guys yesterday. I hadn't done a lot of reading then either. I've been doing a lot of work, like booktube work this weekend. So I mentioned, I think in my last clip, that I filmed 3 videos. I have, last night and today, I've completely edited, uploaded, and captioned the first one, edited, uploaded, and captioned the second one, and I've completely edited, and it is now exporting the third one. So all I have to do now is upload that one and caption it, and then I'll have nothing left to do. So I'm going to try get that done tonight when I get back from my parents' place, so that I don't have any video stuff to worry about throughout the week, and then I can maybe try whenever I have a free moment just to edit the clip from that day of this vlog, so that this vlog is pretty much ready to go as well. That's my aim. So because of that, though, I haven't been doing a whole bunch of reading or even booktube watching. I've basically really just been editing and watching the tennis, because you guys know I love the tennis. So I literally have been doing that all day. I've just had a shower and washed my hair, and I'm about to head round to my parents' place for dinner. I've got to quickly feed the cat and head round. Yeah, but to give you a quick reading update on what I have read, still reading Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. I read to about page, I think it was page 60? No, that's a lie. I think I was on page 74 last night, and I'm currently on page 93. So I've read 19 pages today. I'm hoping I am going to get a bit more of this read tonight. It's really easy to read. Like, I could read this so quick if I just, like, could dedicate some time to it. But I've really just been focusing on other things this weekend. But that's fine, because I really was happy with how much I got read during the week. And I expect that I'll be able to get a lot read during this coming week. Particularly now that all of my evenings, when I get home from things that I've got on, like boxing and stuff, I can just focus on my reading and booktube watching, because I won't have videos to edit and upload. So that is the plan. I'm going to go now, because I need to go around to my parents' place. I'm running real late, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow when I get home from work. Back to work tomorrow. We have a holiday weekend, though, next weekend. Thank goodness. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is 5:54 p.m. on Monday, the 21st of January. I just got home from work a little while ago. Nothing exciting really to report. Last time I checked in with you guys, I was in a rush to get to my parents' place. Had dinner, came home, watched the tennis, went to bed, got up, went to work, came home. here we are. So, onto a reading update. I am still reading Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. As I mentioned yesterday, I didn't get a whole lot read over the weekend because I was just really focusing on editing and stuff like that. But I read a little bit last night and a little bit on the bus to work and then a little bit on my lunch break. I didn't actually read on the way home because I was listening to my audiobook, which I'll get to in a minute, because I knew I was going to be able to finish it, and so I wanted to finish it off. So I did that. So I didn't read on the way home. So I'm still reading this. I'm currently on page 188. I'm really enjoying this. I haven't given you guys my thoughts on this so far. So the thing that I'm really liking about this, and the thing I love about Agatha Christie, is that she does different stuff with all of her books. Her books are not cookie cutter, they aren't formulaic, they don't follow the same plan. In this one, for example, we kind of get all of the characters up front, and we obviously know that a murder is going to take place. Where I'm at in the book, the murder has only just happened, which in a lot of books would be annoying. And like, you guys know it's one of my pet peeves for a synopsis to give too much away. That's not really the case here. I mean, yes, the synopsis, you just know generally that someone's going to be murdered. But because we get all of these characters up front, and we don't know who is going to be murdered, and there's this very tense situation going on between a couple of the characters, and so the whole way through the first kind of 160 pages or whatever until the murder happens is very tense. We're just getting more and more tense. The suspense is building, and we know that eventually this big thing is going to happen, and we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen, who's going to die, so on and so forth. And so then where I'm at, the murders happen, and now we're in mystery solving mode. Who the heck did this? So on and so forth. So I am excited to continue on with this. I don't know how much reading I'll get done tonight because I've got an eating group tonight, but I'll definitely read before I go to bed, and hopefully I can get a lot read in this tomorrow when I'm at work. So that is that. Moving on to my audiobook. So I was listening to the audiobook today for Pride by E.B. Zaboy, and I mentioned that I wanted to finish it on the way home because it is only like 6 hours, so it's not a very long book. I have mixed feelings about this. So for those of you who don't know, this is a YA Pride and Prejudice retelling set in Brooklyn, and it is very diverse. All of the cast are people of color. The main character, Zuri, is I think they're Haitian Dominican. So it's very diverse. I loved all of that. And this is a book that I really wanted to love, and I felt like I should love, but I didn't. I didn't hate it. I didn't dislike it. I just didn't love it. It was... I think there's a lot of different factors that go into it. I really didn't like the main character. She is extremely judgmental, extremely... I don't even really know how to describe her exactly. She's very judgmental is a big part of it, and very... I can't put into words. There's a particular character trait that I'm thinking of that I can't, when you've got a word on the tip of your tongue. It's going to kill me that I can't remember friggin' what that word is. Hopefully it'll come to me. Anyway, she's just very judgmental. And I know, like, for example, in the original Pride and Prejudice, yes, the whole part of the story is that Darcy and Elizabeth meet. They don't get on at first. The relationship builds and changes, and there's misperceptions about the two of them. Misconceptions, misperceptions, whatever. This one is a little bit different in that, and the thing that frustrated me a little bit about it is that right from the get-go, Zuri hates Darius, the main male character. Like, she just judges him immediately. It's not even really that he does something that gets her offside. Right from the get-go, she's just like, I don't like you. And I know that it's got a little bit to do with that Darius and his brother are more affluent. They're coming into a poorer neighborhood. And so she's got these preconceived ideas. And I get that that's part of the story, is the commentary on that, but it was just very frustrating to read because not just when it came to him, she's judgmental about so many things, and I found that really frustrating to read. And then because of that, I felt that the romantic parts of the story didn't make a whole lot, were very underdeveloped, I guess. Like, I felt like we kind of, the author was trying to rush us from, oh, I hate this guy, into, okay, now maybe I'm into him. And there was no real reason for her to go from hating him to now I'm into him, in my opinion. And then even with the relationship between the, like, Jane and Bingley, so her sister Janae and the other brother Ainsley, when they're, like, into each other, like, at the start of the story, I was just like, okay, you might be, like, into each other, whatever, but then it was like, oh, her heart's broken. And I was like, they've known each other for, like, a couple of days. They went on, like, 1 or 2 dates. Like, this is very over the top. Parts of the story that I did like, there is a lot of stuff in there, obviously, with its own voices for the, like, POC rep, which I loved, and there is a lot of stuff in there about the culture and all of that, which I really enjoyed. The main character does a bit of poetry writing, and you get a lot of her poems in this. And unlike a lot of books where when that happens and then you're like, ugh, the poems, I thought the poems were really good. I really liked the poetry. I do think the audiobook is well done. I would recommend the audiobook. This is also getting very, very strong ratings for the most part. So I would recommend checking this book out because most people love it. It just didn't quite work for me. I didn't hate it, but I think it's got its problems. And sometimes I think that we get caught up in being excited about a different type of retelling that we overlook the flaws in it. And that's not me casting stones, because I can totally own up to me doing that. Sometimes I get, and I like to think that I'm getting better about it. I can look back on, books that I've read in the past and go, ugh, even like recently how I read that spin-off series to the After Dark, Shadow Falls, something like that, series by C.C. Hunter, and I recognize now that my ratings for the original books were way too high. But it's all about growing as a reader and all of those types of things. And yes, I liked all of the, diverse and all of that elements of the story. That's some of the stuff that I really loved. But I don't know that all of the Pride and Prejudice parts of the story, which is what it's supposed to be, completely worked for me. So I'm giving it 3 stars. Like I said, I did enjoy parts of it, but it just didn't completely work for me. So I'm giving it 3 stars, and those are my thoughts. If you loved it, I would love to chat with you in the comments down below about what you loved about it and how you thought that it handled the Pride and Prejudice retelling parts. I'd love to chat with you about that. It did give me such a hankering to rewatch the Keira Knightley Pride and Prejudice retelling. I really want to make time for that. I still need to watch the Wonder movie as well. I haven't been watching as many movies over the past couple of weeks because the tennis has been on, and that has been my priority. But hopefully soon I'll get to watch Wonder, and then I'll probably rewatch the 2005 Pride and Prejudice because I just really feel the urge. So yeah, I think that is about it. Like I said, I've got knitting tonight, so not sure how much I'm going to get read, but that is everything I've kind of read since I last spoke to you guys. Hopefully I get a lot read during the day tomorrow, and then I'll have a lot to talk to you about tomorrow when I get home from work. So I'll talk to you guys then. Bye. Hi guys, it is 5:35 p.m. on Tuesday the 22nd of January. It's so hot. It is so hot. It's almost 40 degrees today, which is nothing compared to what's coming. I shared a tweet that we have forecasted temperatures on Thursday of 45 degrees, which for you Fahrenheit people is 113. I am already dreading it. I literally don't think we should be made to work when it's that hot. I'm already, the thought of the walk to and from the bus, in the morning and in the evening. And I'm also out to lunch on Thursday with my brother's girlfriend, Shakara. She finishes up at our company. Next week is her final week before she moves up to Brisbane to follow my brother. So I'm having lunch with her on Thursday at, our favourite pizza restaurant, and it's a little bit of a walk where it is, and are we gonna make it? I don't know. So the temperature is definitely affecting me. Anyway, I look like I've already been at an exercise class, and I've literally only walked the 10 minutes from the bus. So I do have boxing tonight. I'm a little bit annoyed that I've got boxing tonight only because Ash Barty, the only Australian left in the Australian Open, is playing tonight in her quarterfinal match. in an effort to hopefully make the semi-final. And it's forecast at the moment to start at 6:30, unless it gets delayed. The only way it's going to be delayed is if the current match that is on, which I'm just literally looking up to see whether it's still going, which it should be. Let me check. It is. So I'm hoping that that match goes really long, the current match, so that maybe it'll start late, because it's supposed to start at 6:30, and I won't make it home from knitting from boxing until at least like around 7:30. So I'm going to miss at least the first set, maybe more than that, depending on how like quickly the match goes. So I'm really bummed about that. If I wasn't going like with my mum, I would skip boxing tonight literally to watch that game. So that is that. So yeah, that's all I really have to report. So what time did I say it was? How long do I have? Oh fuck, I need to hurry this along because I've got to get, oh no, I have like 10 minutes. It's okay. So on to the reading update. I am still reading, so I didn't listen to any audiobooks today. I read that entire audiobook yesterday for Pride, and none of my other holds have come in. I have 10 on hold still. I not only have 10 on hold, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, I've got like 6 or 7 flagged, because 10 is the limit that you can have on hold, and I've got like 7 flagged that as soon as one of those holds comes in, like that I also want to put on hold, because my library lately, it'll go through like days and days, like a week or so at a time where they don't get anything new, and then all of a sudden I'll look on there and they'll have like 4 or 5 new pages of stuff like that, of new audiobooks. Like they're killing it at the moment, to the point where I'm having to actually be choosy about what I want to put on hold, because I'm putting all the stuff that I'm really interested in on hold, because there are so many more books on there that before, when they didn't have much great stuff. Like if it was like that now, I would just go, oh yeah, that's like, all right, I guess I'll like give it a go. But because there's so much, like I'm actually able to be choosy at the moment. Anyway, so nothing of that has come in, and I'm reluctant to go and get something from the available now section because there's so many of those that may come in. And so I'm going to I listened to podcasts today. I'll probably listen to podcasts tomorrow unless something comes in overnight. And then maybe if nothing's come in, like on Wednesday night, like tomorrow night, then I might look in the available now section to see if there's anything I'm interested in to listen to the last couple of days of the week. So no audiobooks, but I am still reading Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. This is for some reason taking me a really long time. Well, it's taking me a long time because I dedicated very little time to reading on the weekend. So I read a bit last night, and I read today on my commute, and I read like a chapter on my lunch break. People were real chatty in the lunchroom today, so I didn't get too much read on my lunch break, but I am on page 299, so I've only got about 70 pages left to go. I think this is like, let me just check. Yeah, this is 373 pages, so I've got 75 pages left. I'm definitely going to finish this tonight no matter what. I am enjoying the absolute shit out of this. This is definitely one of the better Agatha Christie's. Like, I always enjoy Agatha Christie's, but this is such a good one. I am so in this mystery. I just want to know what the heck is going on. I've got ideas about a couple of little elements of the mystery, but, excuse me, but Agatha Christie is one of those writers where I never guess the whole thing. Even if I guess the perpetrator, there's no way I can figure out like what the motive is or why it was done or anything like that. Or there's so many elements to the crime that there's always something to like be surprised about. And there's like quite a big cast of like suspects on this one. So I am really enjoying this, and I'm really looking forward to finishing this tonight. And like while I'm watching the tennis, because after the Barty match is finished, there is a men's game on as well that I want to watch. So we're getting to the pointy end of the Australian Open. It finishes like this weekend, so looking forward to watching that and reading this book in the breaks and finishing it and finding out what happened. So I will have this finally to give you my thoughts on tomorrow, because I'm going to finish it tonight, and then hopefully I will also have started my next book and can talk to you guys about that, let you know what that is as well. What time is it now? Okay. That is about it. Let me just check the tennis score again. Yes. Okay. So I'm not really pulling for anyone in this match that's going on at the moment, but I wanted it to go 1 set all so that they had to go to a 3rd set, because I'm really hoping that this match will maybe go really long and it'll delay the start of the Barty game, which will mean that I get to see more of it. But it's still like 50 minutes until the match is supposed to start, and I doubt that this set is going to go that long, but I can hope. So yeah, just a little side tangent. So yeah, that is it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow when I get home from work, and yeah, that's it. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 6:41 p.m. on Wednesday the 23rd of January. I'm home. I mentioned earlier in the vlog, I think, that I have had a laser appointment after work tonight, so I went straight there like from work, and then I've been home for a little bit, but I was talking on the phone to my sister. I've put on a load of washing because I forgot to do washing on the weekend, so yeah, I'm only just checking in now. Also, just update in case anyone's interested in laser hair removal. I only had my first appointment today, but underarms is obviously a very small area. I obviously had a bit of a consultation at the start because it was my first time, but the actual appointment probably took 90 seconds. It was so quick and it did not hurt at all. I generally have a pretty high pain threshold, but I pretty much didn't feel it. So, good. Hopefully it works. I'm an ideal candidate. Fair skin, dark hair. I'm an ideal candidate. So, exciting. It'll take like a year all up, but I am excited to have started my journey with that. So, work, what did I do last night? I had boxing. Do you want me to complain about the heat? Because I can do that, because today it was so hot, and tomorrow is our really high forecast day. I'll actually, so there's a map. If I can find it, I'll put it in. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but there's the forecasted like heat map thing like of Australia going around at the moment. Where it's literally all at least kind of orange color with red and deep maroon in some parts. I live in the deep maroon area, just in case you were interested. So, yeah, and it's not as hot in the city as it is in like some of the rural areas in South Australia, so I hope those people are doing okay, because I would not be. I am dreading tomorrow so badly, dreading the walk to and from the bus so badly. Anyway, let's move on to a reading update. So, I actually haven't read it all today, because I had the appointment, was at the plaza. I did park and ride today to the interchange, and so I've mentioned before that when I park and ride, the time on the bus, my commute is just as long, but I drive for half of it, so my time on the bus is cut in half, and so I don't read my whole time on the bus normally. I normally spend the first like 20% of it, 30% of it on my phone, and then normally, well, like when I do the park and ride, I'm on the bus. Normally by the time I've like checked, all my social media apps and things that I like to check in the morning when I'm on the bus, there's not really enough time to pull my book out. So, and that was the same on the way home. So I didn't read at all, and I worked through my lunch break today as well. So I didn't read at all today, but last night I did finish Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. Very much enjoyed this. This probably would have been like, it's definitely one of my, I always enjoy Agatha Christie, but this is one of my favorites of hers that I've read. But I have a similar problem to this as to what I had with The Murder on the Orient Express, and that is a couple of the decisions made around justice. I can't go into what they are without spoiling the mystery, but there's two different ones actually in this one, and it's just, I don't like it. And I think it's a little bit strange. Also, just warning, if you're ever going to read Agatha Christie was a big old racist, as were 95% of the population in the 1930s, when these books were written. So this one is set in Egypt, part of it on like a cruisy thing down the Nile, but part of it just kind of in Egypt generally. And there is definitely it's not as overt as I've seen in some of her other books, but there is kind of a racist kind of little sprinkling throughout, so just be aware. I am not excusing it. It is a product of its time, and I don't like it, but I accept that, when this book was written, no one would have raised an eyebrow about that being in there. So, yeah. But did very, very, very much enjoy this. I actually guessed a lot more of the mystery this time than what I usually do. which I don't know if that means that I've read so many now but I don't think I am. I just think that I have kind of, and even then, there are so many parts to these mysteries that you can never guess all of it, which is kind of what I love. I like being surprised. I like guessing as well, because I like to, be able to pat myself on the back and tell myself how clever I am. I actually read a review where someone said that they guessed the whole thing, and I was like, and it was their first Agatha Christie, and I was like, bullshit. I mean, maybe they did, but I'm calling bullshit. So yeah, really, really enjoyed this. I think I'm giving this a 4.25. It probably would have been a 4.5, but those few decisions that I mentioned bring it down a quarter of a star. So my next read, I might as well tell you guys that I'll be talking about tomorrow. Well, I'll be reading tonight. Like I said, I took it with me to work, but no opportunities to read today. And this is a spoiler for my book haul, is The Merciless Four by Danielle Vega. I mentioned, I'm not sure, I think it was in the previous vlog, that this was part of my Christmas order this year, and it hadn't arrived when I read the other 3 books, but it has since arrived, obviously. It arrived last week, I think it was, so, late last week. So I've got it now, and I'm gonna read it because I've already read the other 3, so this will be in my haul as well. This is actually probably one of my favorite aesthetics of the 4. Definitely top 2. The first one with the bright pink cover, and this one are my favorite too. The gold is my least favorite, and then the rainbowy iridescent one I also enjoy, but this one with its iridescent-y holographic style pentagram on this black, almost notebook looking cover, I'm really into. Got hair in my mouth. So yeah, I think, I don't know, I don't want to say anything in case it turns out to be spoilery, but I think this one is I don't think it's as connected to the other 3. Like I say, I'll wait and see, but I don't think it's as connected. And I also think that this one is inspired by a real life, true crime, which I know about, and I don't know how I feel about that. So, like I say, can't really tell you anything until I've read it, but it's short, I think, like the others. How long is this one? Yeah, it's less than 300 pages, so hopefully I can get through this very quickly. So that's what I'll be reading tonight. I will, of course, be watching the tennis, and I have to hang out that washing when it's finished, but they're my evening plans. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys when I get home from work tomorrow. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 11:18 p.m. on Thursday the 24th of January. It's a lot later than I normally check in with you guys, as I'm sure you guys are aware. I actually wasn't going to film a clip today because, so I got home from work today and I was in a really, really filthy mood. I was not feeling very happy. I went to work today, and when I left work, to get the bus and everything, it was all fine. I mentioned previously, today was so hot. We actually broke the record in Australia today for the hottest ever, temperature in a capital city. That's how hot it was today. It was so awful, and I don't like the heat, so I just was not coping. And my bus was really, really, really delayed, and I don't know why. The bus driver was terrible about communicating with the passengers, as they always are, and the trip home took 15 minutes longer than it normally would, which doesn't sound like a long amount of time, but I really don't have that much time when I get home on nights that I have boxing, because I had boxing tonight. So and I had a food delivery come today, so I literally only had enough time when I got home to quickly feed the cat, quickly put that food delivery away, get into my boxing gear, and go pick my mum up. And so I was just gonna not bother. And then when I got home from boxing, I had a really good boxing class, despite the fact that it was so hot. And then came home and I was just watching the tennis, so I was just I'm just gonna skip filming a clip tonight. And then come to now, when I was literally had my light off, everything was ready to go to sleep, and quickly realized in my head, somewhere my subconscious was working away, that I realized that it's the 24th today and this is supposed to be the final clip for this vlog, and so I didn't want to not film anything. So here I am. It is so hot still. I'm feeling miserable already because it's, let me check the temperature for you guys right now. It is 11:20 at night and it is still 35 degrees, which is, the top temperature tomorrow is only supposed to be 31. We do have a temperature drop coming, thank God. But right now, it's still 35. My house is still really hot. And so I'm feeling pretty miserable, but I did want to film this clip for you guys because, like I said, it is the last clip of the vlog. So on to a quick reading update. Where is my book? Oh, here, I put it down here. So I did, last night, I started The Merciless Four by Danielle Vega. I think I mentioned, Winifred, friggin' hell. She just tried to jump onto the thing and didn't quite make it and dragged a whole bunch of stuff onto the ground, which I'm going to now have to go pick up. So I mentioned, I think in the last clip, that I was going to start this last night. I did. These are so easy to read and they're so short that I read like 100 pages of this last night. I then read on my commute to and from work today. I didn't read on my lunch break because I had lunch today with my brother's girlfriend as like our like final lunch. We actually got Uber Eats delivered to the office, which is so like extra, but it was too hot. Like, it was too hot to go anywhere, so we did that. So I didn't read on my lunch break, but I did read on the bus on the way home, and then I read it while I was while I was watching the tennis, and I finished it just now before I had turned out my light when I was originally going to sleep. So I did finish this. This is the 4th book. This one is okay. It's definitely a series that I'm like, we don't need to keep writing these books. I think, as far as I know, this is the last one. We definitely don't need any more. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but it just gets to that point where you're like, okay, let's just leave it alone now. This one is a lot slower to get to the horror aspects of the story than the other books were. But then once we get there, it is like pretty typical of the other ones, you know, very like gory, all of that type of thing. I was really a lot more annoyed in this one with, they're all super not realistic, but this one in particular, towards the end, there are a few things going on that I was just like, no one would respond like this, I don't believe. And so that annoyed me a little bit. And then there is also an element of, there's a part in this that I think is supposed to be a bit of like a twist, but it's not a twist, because if you've read the other books, you know what's going to happen. So I'm not sure of my rating, because I literally just finished it. I kind of need to mull on it, so I'll put my final rating on the screen if I recall. I just realized I'm not wearing my ring. Damn it, I forgot to put it back on. Anyway, so yeah, did finish this literally as I was going to sleep. So that's my reading update. Didn't listen to any audiobooks, nothing. Oh, my hair. Nothing came in. I actually had a look, and an audiobook has now come in. I'm not going to start it tomorrow because I won't get to finish it, so I'll probably just listen to a podcast tomorrow. And then this upcoming weekend, we have a holiday weekend. It is Australia Day on Saturday, and then we've got the holiday for that on the Monday, like the public holiday, because it falls on a weekend. We get the Monday off. So we've got Monday off work. And I checked, and this, despite the last couple of audiobooks I've listened to being really short and me being able to get through them in a day, the next audiobook is over 18 hours, so that may be a 3-day audiobook, and next week is only a 4-day week, so that audiobook may be the only one I listen to next week, but I do have something lined up for next week, which is good. And that is really it, I think, for this clip. I will see you guys in the outro. Bye, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading vlog, which, let's be real, was mainly made up of me complaining about the heat. So I hope that's something that you enjoy. I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below if you've read any of the books that I've been reading, or talk to you guys about what you guys have been reading. I would love to chat. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. That is all I have for this video today. Bye, guys.